Sorry for the interruption. I'm just going to now share my screen and you will be able to see the contents. Yeah, okay. Yes, my dear students, I was talking given we want to access an arrays. Okay, we are talking about the data types in ABAP, and out of that we have been discussed about elementary. Now we are discussing about complex and structure. In that we are coming with this particular point, table types. In table types, it is table means what, and we are talking about an arrays or internal table. So when I want to access in C programming, suppose one array. Or and in array I want to get a value of the zeroth location, then how I am going to access a of 0? Suppose my array name is a there. Okay, so in ABAP also, when you are accessing that, you need to access it with the help of this access method. Okay, so these details we are going to learn in depth, but currently just remember these are the particular details associated with your data types. So I would like to uh, move ahead with the help of these data types. Now we came a point of that internal tables. See, when I'm talking about all these things, when I'm talking about data types, when I'm talking about the complex data types, or your this, we can say again, in this case, the reference types. Okay, so reference types generally used to refer the instances of class, then interfaces, runtime data items. For this purpose, definitely we'll discuss later on. But remember, in your ABAP, there are the three data types we have to consider. First is elementary, second is your complex, and third is your reference types. And as per the need, you are going to use them in your program. Okay. Now after this, let us discuss today about the variable declaration. Okay, see, in this scenario, when I'm going to talk about the variable declarations in your APAP or in ABAP, then we have to understand that for what purpose we are using the variable. See, variables are what? Named data object, or in other words I can say they are simply used. Okay, variables we are using to label, okay, or to store the values within the allotted memory area of a program. So it is just a label for that allotted memory area of the program. Okay, when I am declaring it, suppose int a in your C programming, then definitely a is the label for the memory location where it is going to store that integer value. Okay, similarly here the variables are used in your ABAP. And see, with the help of this, what user can do? User can change the content of variable with the help of ABAP statement. So the name itself saying they are the variable. Okay, self-explanatory. Their values can be changed during runtime or during the program execution or in that particular statements. Okay. See then, each variable in ABAP has a specific type, and why the specific data type is given to it, which determines the size and the layout of the variable's memory. So obvious, when I declare any variable of suppose number type in your ABAP, then 4 bytes will be given to that particular number variable. So that details to be fixed out, that is to be defined or determined. Okay, and it is required as a part of our this programming language. See then, along with this size and layout, even that particular variable data type also specify the range of the values that can be stored within that memory. So its limit or its extreme values can also be defined with the help of this variables type. Okay, and again the various set of operations that you can apply, it is also specified. Okay, when you declare a particular variable. See that when you want to use a variable in your ABAP program, you have to follow the syntax or its form. Okay, so what is its form? See, in ABAP, you will start with this first keyword data, then you will mention in this, here it is mentioned f, okay, which is going to indicate the name of a variable. See, and the name of the variable you can put up to 30 characters long. Okay, see, this is very obvious rule. When you are going to declare any particular name of the variable, for how many characters long you can declare, it is depend on you. So here you can have up to the 30 characters. You can start with a single character up to the 30 character. Okay, then after this there is a type, another keyword you will use, type. Okay, so for what purpose you are using this keyword type? It is going to specify the type of the variable. Okay, see that it is going to specify the type of the variable. Any data type with fully specified technical attribute is known as a type. Okay, so it is going to mention over there that type. Okay, we'll see how to use this particular type, or how you will declare your data type there. Okay, then another keyword you are going to use, that value. Okay, you are going to mention value. So what exactly this value? It specifies the initial value of that declared variable, okay, or for the declared variable name. Okay, then suppose you are going to define an elementary fixed length variable, so you have to remember which are the fixed length variables in your ABAP. Except string, the remaining one are your fixed length variable. So in that case, what happens, your this data statement automatically populates the value of the variable with the type specific initial value. Okay, otherwise you can specify that particular value with the help of this value. See, it means that every time putting the value or this writing this value is not essential. Without that also you can write that, or you can define or declare your variable. Okay, but when you are specifying it as a value, then what you can put as a value, you can put it as a literal, means another name, or another you can particular variable name you can specify. Then you can mention a constant. So constant is what, it may be some value like 10, 20, 30 like this. Okay, or it may be another constants if you want to use. Or you can explicit clause, you can mention a particular clause as initial. Okay, or is initial. So definitely that will be work here. So now if you want to see that, see in this particular code snap, you will be able to see. Now I'm going to declare one variable d1. Okay, here it is mentioned 2, then type c. See in this one, d1 is of a variable of c type. Okay, d2 is a variable of d1 type. Here it is mentioned with the little like, see that data d2 like d1. So it means that even the data type of d2 variable is also like your d1. And so what is the your d1's type? It is a character or c type. So it is going to be d1 and d2 will be of same data type here. Okay, so in this case, okay, we are going to discuss about these variables. Let me show you the result for this with the help of our online ABAP editor. Okay, I'll copy this. Okay, and then we'll go for our online ABAP editor. Okay, just a minute. ABAP editor. You will understand everything properly once you practice. You will get an idea how to do this. Okay. So, and please recall all the things which you have been discussed so far as a part when you are writing this ABAP program. My dear friends, I am talking about the ABAP program currently. Okay, we are not discussing about other elements of your ABAP program. Okay, or ABAP here. Okay, generally, we are not talking here about ABAP data dictionary and other thing. Definitely, we'll start about it. But let us finish this variable part first. See that when we have been declared it, now I'm not getting any error, means everything is fine here. Okay, what we do now, let us print the value of or let us write the value of any variable. Okay, I'll take write. Okay, I want to write suppose the value for this minimum value, okay, of type I. So it is an integer, so I just want to display that minimum value. So shall I write here? Yes, minimum. Okay, I'll put as it is value, and then how I close the statement. Don't forget to put the period at the end. Okay, when I put it, then let us execute this code. Okay, see that it is saying that minimum value is unknown, but there is a field with a similar name mean. Okay, it may have its constants over there because of this online, but here the data minimum value type I value 10 is declared. Okay, here I have been written this data minimum value. Okay, so like this we can declare the variables, we can use them. Okay, right now I'm not going to execute the further part, but here there may be a small little bit change with the version or with this particular editor. Okay, we'll see that. Otherwise you can tackle this problem, no issue. But what types of variables are there in your ABAP? There are three types of variables in ABAP, like static variable, reference variable, and system variable. See, I'm going to explain in short. The static variable generally we are using in the various subroutines, function models, and static methods. Okay, where we want to keep them static only. Okay, and their lifetime of this particular variable is linked to the context of the declaration. Where are they declared? Within that area, within that part of the code, you are going to make use of that variables. Okay, see the even for them, which statements we require. Suppose I want to declare the static variable, you have to make declare them with the help of class data statement. Okay, with the help of class data statement, you can declare the variables within the classes. Then again, even parameter statement can be used to declare the such static variables, okay, which are linked to the input fields on a selection screen. See, currently just understand it. And then apart from that, even you can also declare the internal tables, means some arrays, okay, with the help of select option statement for the static variable. Okay, but there are the certain rules you need to understand as a part of these particular variables you are going to use or you are going to declare them. The first rule is like this. See, you cannot use special characters like T or comma to name the variables. Okay, it is very important. Then the name of the predefined data object can't be changed. You can't use any predefined object or a keyword for as a your variable name. Means I cannot use data as my variable name because it is already one of the keyword available in your ABAP. Okay, then the name of the variable can't be same name as any ABAP keyword or clause that you got here. Then the name of the variables must convey the meaning of the variable without the need for further comment. So it is very important, my dear friends, you should put such a name of the variable. Okay, that name should be understandable as well as easily readable. Just by reading that variable name, I must understand its meaning. So no need to write the further comments or any additional code commenting part for that. Okay, then hyphens means underscores are, or we can say the hyphen. Okay, hyphen generally you find it out what exactly the hyphen mean. Is it underscore or it is a dash? Okay, in generally it is a dash. Okay, so hyphens are reserved to represent the components of structure. So no, don't use the hyphens in the variable names. Okay, so it means if you use the hyphens, then it will not accept that variable. Then the underscore characters can be used to separate the compound words. See, in this case, in this scenario, see that when I have been used here minimum value, minimum underscore value, it is valid variable name. So I was not receiving any error here. But if I try to use minimum hyphen or dash value type I value 10, then definitely my compiler or this editor will again go with certain errors. Okay, so if it is written in this way, okay, suppose I am going to use another variable, suppose d2 hyphen d1, and then I send type this, and then I'm running it. Okay, definitely will face an or get an error over there. Okay, so this kind of your variable declaration is not allowed. Okay, so the details are given here, like they have been given for various things. Now from this you identify which variable is static, which is your normal variable, and how the other things are written here. Okay, so it is a code that you just go through that. Okay, then see the above code produces the following output, but currently I am not going to execute because it is not possible with this ABAP editor. But with your SAP ABAP editor, you can do all this stuff. Okay, see then reference variables are used there. Okay, like your static variables, we can also go for these reference variables, where in the reference variables you will just see the syntax like data statement, the name of your reference variable that you are going to put, or you are going to put the reference. Okay, then type reference to type value is initial. So what is it? Let us see. See here ref2, that is ref2, it is an additional or addition declares a reference variable ref. It declares that reference variable. Okay, then specification after refer to, whatever you are going to write, that specific the or specify the static type of the reference variable. What is the type of that reference variable is specified by this type. Then your static type restricts the set of object to which refer can refer. Means where it is going to restrict the set of objects to which this reference variable can be referred. Okay. Then dynamic type of the reference variable is the data type or class to which this currently refers. So you can find out where exactly it refers with the help of this dynamic type. but usually we use the static type. It is very general or commonly used. Okay, and the type addition. Okay, here the type addition in this case is used to create a bound reference type. Okay, and as a start value, and only is initial can be specified after the value addition. What it is after that value addition. So in this scenario, you can see that there is, okay, the certain reference variables are used. Okay, and like here OREF, this is one of the reference variable they have been specified. Okay, and this OREF is like or your other two references like DREF1 and DREF2 are given there. Okay, so again, so here an object reference is OREF and two data reference variables like DREF1 and DREF2 are declared. Okay, then both the data reference variables are fully typed and can be dereferenced. Okay, how they are dereferenced? With the help of this particular arrow and asterisk operator at operand position. So you can see this one. Okay, you can check this particular code here. Okay, then system variable. See, first we have been seen static. Second is a reference variable which are used to refer the other your data and to get their references. Then system variables are generally used by only your ABAP program environment, and they are, see that they are actually filled by the runtime environment. Means they are available, but they are, we can say, predefined kind of variable. They are system variable and they are used to deal with the system data. See what exactly they do. See here they are available. System variable are available in which table? SYST table in SAP. You can check the content of SYST table and you will get all the system variables for your use. And how you can identify them? See, you can identify them with the help of this SYST hyphen or SY hyphen. By these two ways you can identify this, is it a system variable or not. Okay, so they have been given here. So if I'll try to execute this code on my this ABAP online editor, let us see what kind of system variables it gives us. Okay, I'm just putting it here and let us run it. See that syntax error message here. Arithmetic calculations are not permitted here. I'm not doing any arithmetic, but these are the various system variables. Okay. So when I want to do anything, any system related job, maybe I want to get the details of that host, or I want to get date, time, or some other details. I can make use of these, but these kind of system variables. Okay. So they have been given here. So these are the different types of variables available in your ABAP. See, currently don't be confused. There are even more details we are going to discuss in depth about these variables and all during the time of our even ABAP data dictionary and during the time of other programming. Okay, other your ABAP programs. Okay, so these are the details. Then in this case now, when we came with the variables, when we came with the data types, the next thing is very important for any programmer to understand how to make use of constants and literals. Okay, earlier we discussed on what the basic syntaxes of your ABAP, then data types used in ABAP, and variables used in your ABAP. Similarly, how we are going to use the various constants or literal values there means how you are going to mention maybe any numerical value, character value, or any your string values, or maybe how you can declare a particular constants in your ABAP program. The details are given here. Okay, so in this scenario, I'm just going to tell you literals are what unnamed data objects. They don't have any name, but they are defined with their value. It may be your integer value, numerical value, it may be character or string value, but they are defined with their own value. See, once you have been defined the value of a variable or this literal, then you cannot change them. So they are like constants. See, like constants are what? It is just a constant are a named data object. Okay, they are the named data object or variables created statically by using a declarative statement. Means we declare it, and in that case, what happened? A constant is declared by assigning a value to it that is stored in that program's memory area. So that value is given, permanently given, and that cannot be changed during the execution of a program. Okay, and see that that's why these fixed values are also we can say them as a literals. So there are two types of literals. One is numeric, another is character. So numeric literals are what? Simply your values. Like here it is given 183 minus 97 plus 326. Okay. See then they are simply sequence of digits which can have a prefixed sign. Means we can give the plus or minus sign. So there are no decimal separator. You cannot put the decimal separator and no notation with mantis and exponent. See directly you are writing with this way. Okay, these are the examples of your numeric literals. Okay, these are. Then similarly, like numeric literals, we are having character literals. So character literals are generally what? Sequence of alphanumerical characters. Okay, you may have the combined one sequence of that alphanumerical characters. But when you are using the character literals, okay, in your ABAP program, they are enclosed in a single quotation marks. In single quotation, you have to mention your character literals. Okay, so when they are we are enclosing in the quotation marks, okay, they are predefined. They are having predefined type as what? Type C. Okay, and now we can also describe them as a text field literals. What are they? Text field literals. And your literals you can enclose in backquotes also. Okay, what? Backquotes. And when they are in the backquotes, they are like your string literals. Okay, the field length is defined by the number of characters. How many characters are there? Based on that, it is defined. So, see, but you have to remember one point. In text field literals, trailing blanks are ignored, but in the string literals, they are taken into account. So, it is very important in field literals, in text field. Okay, usually the trailing blanks we ignore, but in strings they are counted, they are considered, all those blanks are considered. Okay, just we'll see the text field literals. This is a one example. Okay, let me take it and we'll execute it here. Then if I execute it, see that I'm able to get what answer? Tutorial point and ABAP tutorial as it is I'm getting here. Okay, so there is no issue, I'm directly getting this particular point. But have you observed one thing here? I haven't given one space. Okay, in the your these points, see, this is the meaning behind this particular one, this statement. In text field literal, now this is the text field. Okay, these are your character literals, but here this space is ignored. Okay, let me see in a string literals. Okay, this space is ignored, that's why I'm getting directly that output in this way. But if I'll go for the second one, string field literals. Okay, let us check. Control C, and then okay, fine. And control A here. Yes, control A. Okay, I'm putting now it will this way. Okay, run. Okay, operate. Okay, okay, I might not be copied it, so I'm just copying it. These are the string field. Okay, so it is said here the output is same in both the cases, right? Why? Because when you try to change the value of a constant, okay, most of the time you may feel see, don't try to change their values because they are already declared. And you may, if you try to change, you may get what? Error or runtime syntax error or runtime error during that time. Okay, right now both the literals are defined in this same fashion, so we may get the same output. That's why it is shown as the same output here for this case. Okay, so I may put something here, but let me put it here few details. So let us see what is happening. Yeah, I'm getting those many blanks over here. Okay, and in that scene again, if I'll do like this, and yeah, because both are declared and available in the similar fashion. Okay, see like that, your literals, they are the constant statements. You can also declare the constants as like your data variables when we declare. Okay, so it is same. So instead of only data statement, here we use these constants. It is said here the constant statement is similar to the data statement. So when we use the data statement, when we want to declare the variable, but now I want to declare the constant. So ultimately constant is also what? A kind of variable. So here we are going to use the similar syntax for this constant statement as well, where your f specifies the name of the constant. Earlier for variable it was the name of the variable. Then type represents what? A constant named, its type. Okay, which inherits the same technical attributes as the existing data type. Okay, it may be integer or whatever. Okay, then After that, you are going to use value, which assigns an initial value to the declared constant. So whatever the value you want to assign, that will be taken as a part of that value here. Okay. So in this example, so if I will say, see that constants PQR, this is the name. Its type is P, as a part number, decimals how many? 4. Then values 1.2356. Okay, so this one is given here 1.2356, and then right, then it is going to display the value of PQR is. So it is going to display that value as it is. Okay, this is the value is assigned to my which variable? PQR. As, but is it a variable? No, it's a constant. Okay, so I'll get the same output here, because see, it is assigned that value. Okay, assign that value to your this PQR. Okay, so there is no need to mention anything like percent %d, percent %c, percent %f, which we are doing in a C programming. Here we are simply writing the plain statement, completing it in a single quote, then putting the comma, and then your variable value. Okay, so in this way we can write that constants. Okay, so there are so many ways. These are the other examples given to them. So I hope I have been covered your a lot of points related to this. Today we have been discussed about three different types here. Okay, related to the ABAP. First we talked about the data types, then we talked about the variables, and then we talked about these constants and literals. Okay, so please take in mind that okay, we have to now speed up somewhere ourselves, but these are the some initial primary details. Okay, you go through these details. If you have any doubt, definitely I am available. But for today, let us do the revision of all this stuff. Okay, tomorrow we'll go for the latter part of your this ABAP programming. See, I'm just dealing with ABAP programming here. Okay, the latter part related to the ABAP module is also we are going to discuss, right? So up to that moment, thank you very much for all of you for joining and okay, attending this session. Thanks a lot.